Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Renee Summerhour. We're starting off with your business news, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. Las Vegas's open-air Mediterranean-themed property, Tivoli Village, is under new ownership, and we can expect more things coming up down the road. Real estate firm 3D Investments completed a $216 million purchase. Clark County records also indicate it sold a portion of the property to Las Vegas developer the Calida Group for $27 million.
There's actually an interesting new aspect of this deal, which is that the buyers have already sold about 8 acres of vacant land at the property to a local apartment developer who plans to build hundreds of units there. Starting next year is when they plan to break ground.
Not much will change right away. Expect to see more apartments that will be walking distance from restaurants, retail shops, and more. And casinos nationwide are off to a great start this year. The American Gaming Association reports that commercial casinos had their best 2 months of revenue generation in history. That's about $8.92 billion from players and more than 19% increase over 2 years ago. Nevada contributed just over $2 billion to that. Meanwhile, things are getting smoother at Harry Reid International Airport as of Wednesday afternoon. The airport had 15 canceled flights, down from 31 the day before, according to FlightAware. And delays were down to 147. A spokesperson for the airport said bad weather in Florida and technical issues caused cancellations to jump earlier in the week. Now to your top stories, brought to you by Nevada Hand's Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. A Las Vegas woman is sentenced to probation for fatally shooting her 3-year-old son. Jasmine Vargas pleaded guilty last summer to child abuse in the December 2020 death of her son, John Jaffe. On Wednesday, she was sentenced to 5 years probation.
Obviously, this was very extremely reckless behavior, but she also did lose her child. She has 0 prior criminal history. She's been out of custody since May of 2021 with no issues. Obviously, it's not lost on the court that a life was lost, but I am considering the fact that it was her son's life.
Vargas told police she did not know her handgun was loaded when she pulled the trigger. In addition to probation, the judge ordered her to receive a mental health evaluation and pay restitution. And late Wednesday night, a 3-vehicle crash in central Las Vegas sends 4 people to the hospital. The crash occurred at South Decatur Boulevard and West Oakey Boulevard. Police say they suffered, quote, substantial injuries, and alcohol was believed to be a factor. Now to your weather report, brought to you by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every bloomin' thing. Sunny with breezy conditions continues in the Las Vegas Valley for your Thursday. Today's highs reaching around 86 degrees. Wind gusts could reach up to 18 miles per hour in parts of the valley. Tonight, winds dying down, lows around 61 degrees. For the rest of the week, breezy conditions will remain. Light winds Friday with temperatures around 91 degrees, but then the winds pick back up by the weekend. Temperatures will remain in the low to mid 80s, lows in the low to mid 60s. Breezy conditions continuing into the work week. Now in your lifestyle news, if you're looking for the most beautiful garden in the country, you don't have to go very far. House Fresh says that the Bellagio Conservatory Botanical Garden is not only the most beautiful in the state, but the most beautiful in the whole country, and it ranks number 4 worldwide. The 14,000 square foot garden showcases vibrant displays for every season. Now visitors can see its Flights of Fancy display for the spring season. And for those looking to get outdoors, if you're expecting to hit the lake as temperatures get hotter, be prepared to wait. Closed boat launch ramps along Lake Mead and Lake Powell due to low water levels means more lines. This comes as the region experiences a historic drought and the federal government declared a water shortage for Lake Mead last year.
Sports, brought to you by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. A win in Wednesday's game against Vancouver would have moved the Golden Knights 2 points behind Los Angeles for 3rd place in the Pacific Division and a guaranteed playoff spot with 10 games left. They also would have jumped Dallas for a wildcard spot. However, the climb got steeper for the Knights after they suffered a 5-1 loss to the Canucks, snapping their 5-game winning streak, and the margin for error shrinks as the team fights to avoid missing the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Sports betting, sponsored by Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. There are 7 games scheduled today for baseball's opening day. The first game of the 2022 season is at Wrigley Field, where the Brewers are minus 165 favorites at Circa Sports over the Cubs. Corbin Burns is the starting pitcher for Milwaukee, while Kyle Hendricks is the scheduled starter for Chicago. The Angels are minus 120 favorites over the Astros tonight at Angel Stadium. Reigning American League MVP Shohei Ohtani will start for Los Angeles, while Framber Valdez gets the nod for Houston.
In your health news, COVID cases rise slightly for the second week in a row in Clark County. The 14-day moving average of daily new cases rose to 87, up 76 from last week. Hospitalizations also increased in Clark County. However, officials say overall metrics suggest they won't see a surge in cases anytime soon, since wastewater tests aren't showing a big increase in the coronavirus. In your entertainment news, bringing a slice of New York-style pizza to the Las Vegas Valley. Review Journal's Jen Ah has more on one TV personality's cheesy, delicious business venture. Jen?
Well, Renee, many know Brett Raymer as the star of the Animal Planet series, Tanked. That show featured Raymer and his company, Acrylic Tank Manufacturing, building lavish fish tanks for celebrities and businesses. Now he's swimming into the food business, opening Stallone's Italian Eatery. Raymer and his business partner both grew up in Brooklyn. Our food writer calls their menu, in some ways, heroes.
The menu celebrates their Brooklyn roots. Pizzas, pastas, and submarine sandwiches. But don't call them submarine sandwiches. In New York, they're called heroes.
To read more on this feature, visit lvrj.com. Renee?
And did they or didn't they? It turns out they didn't. Kourtney Kardashian confirmed Wednesday on Instagram that she is not legally married to Travis Barker of Blink-182. The couple did go through a ceremony early Monday morning after the Grammy Awards at the One Love Wedding Chapel with an Elvis impersonator, but the Kardashian confirmed they did not have a marriage license. As she put it, quote, "Practice makes perfect." Thank you for watching 7 at 7 a.m. I'm Renee Summerhour. If you have a Roku device, search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you back here later today for 7 at 7 p.m. from the Las Vegas Review Journal. Have a great day.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.